Hello everyone. I wanted to start this video by saying thank you so much for volunteering to be a homework checker. Your help is invaluable. It lets me get the work back out to the kids and gives me feedback right away about who is having difficulty with the assignment or who is having trouble remembering to bring things in, etc., etc. I wanted to prepare a brief video to go over procedures with you so that then when you come to the classroom you feel great and know what to do. So let's take a quick little tour and I'll get you started. So I'm going to bring the iPad around, traveling. To the back corner here, I have a homework check-in station. And the big thing that you'll see here are class lists with kids' names. You'll use these. You'll also use ink pads and stamps. And then these are basically your tools that you'll use to check the homework in. Let's go get the homework and get started. Okay, I'm going to travel over here. And there are a couple of places you'll visit. This is the turn-in basket, and that's where the math will be checked in. Over here we have the trays 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are 2 additional trays at the bottom. Those are for ongoing assignments. You don't need to worry about those. But trays 1, 2, 3, and 4 are going to have assignments that may need to be checked in as well. Okay. In addition, if there's a video to check in, I may have a computer up for you so you can see who did watch the film last night. All right, let's take a look first at homework. I'm going to put the iPad down and grab the workbooks. Here they are. Okay, so to me the easiest thing to do is to get started is to put them all in number order. The kids will have their names and numbers on the top. They should also have a sticky on the correct page so that this one does not, but this one does, you can see right where to turn and you can check the assignment. Now, I don't have the kids do all of the problems. Some kids go ahead and do them all anyway for fun, but you sure don't have to. So if you're ever not sure about what the assignment is, you certainly can ask or remember yourself from the homework last night, or hang on, traveling. The homework planner is kept here. And you can always check and see what the homework problems were from the night before. Let's go back to the homework. All right. So this child completed lesson 6. Let's find it. There we go. It is done. So you basically just need to check for completion. Then you stamp it. And you can cross their name off on the list. Close the book up. I leave them in number order because then when you're all done checking them, you'll be putting the books back in the kids' paper cubbies. And so if they stay in number order, it just makes it fast to put them in the cubbies. Okay? So on my paper, Subramanya did his homework, so I would just cross it off. Okay? It's very helpful to me if you can write on the top of the paper what the assignment was. So this particular assignment was Math, Module 1, Lesson 6. Okay? And it was due, today is 25th. Is that right? 22, 23, 24. Yes, it is 25th. My goodness, time flies. Okay? Then you'll just continue checking in work. If you get to a kid who has not completed it, okay, or did not do all of it, then you can certainly circle their number. We're just going to pretend. I know that Ajay did his work, but let's just pretend. If he had not, then you would circle it. If you wanted to write a little note next to it so that I knew what the problem was, that would be great. Half done. And then I'll just write here, just kidding, because we know that's not really the case. Never. Okay. What you will do then after you've finished is you'll have this one paper, which goes to me. The workbooks then will get taken and passed back out to the kids' paper cubbies. So Subramanya here is person number 1. His goes in paper cubby number 1. It's super important that I get these back to the kids that day, and so that's why, again, it's so helpful to have you here. So after you check in the math, you make notes for me on the paper, and the math books go back. This paper, because the turn-in basket is now empty, because of course you have graded everything in it, or scored everything in it, you can just put this paper in the turn-in basket for me, and then I will enter it in my book. Okay? We continue with the rest of the assignments. So the other one that we had to do last night was spelling, so I'd go to tray 1. I grab the spelling assignments. Same procedure. So I'm going to do spelling. This was 825. Same thing. So as you go through, you just check off. If there's anybody that missed one, just circle their number. Okay. Please stamp the work to show that it was checked in. Okay. Again, it's easiest to put these first in number order so that then you can really quickly go through and do your little paper. When you've got all of them together, these are a little easier because these get all clipped together. This whole stack gets clipped with a paper clip and turned in the turn-in basket. The only reason the math doesn't is because, of course, we have to give it back to the kids. But then this way I can, go through if there are any questions on it or whatever, but at least it's all organized for me. So if they're in number order and you've checked off who has it and who doesn't, then I can go through it and just kind of quickly double check or see who I need to talk to or check in with. Third is the computer. Same thing. These papers are used all the time, as you can see. So we'll look here, and this was Module 7 lesson, and so I'm just grabbing my pen. Same thing, all I'm going to do is go through and cross off the names of the kids who did do this. So this is video 1-7. Now these won't be in order, so you have to kind of learn the kids. I do have, so for example, you will be able to see their number here. So the first name here is Ian, and Ian is number 5. So on the paper, I just cross him off, and he is done. So I will just continue going down, checking off who it is that did it. Don't worry about what the responses are. I go through in later and read them, but at least I know who did do it and who didn't do it so that they can get the feedback if they need to watch it tonight because they forgot or whatever. I can get that information to them. Again, this paper, when you've crossed all the names off or circled ones of people who I still need to talk to, this paper goes in the turn-in basket. And I think roughly that's it. Don't hesitate to ask if you have any questions. And again, I thank you so much for your willingness to come and help us out. All right, have a great afternoon.